in the presence of a queen, nigga. I could change your life. Do you wanna be my king? I rule your.
What's up? What's up? It's your girl Big Tip. Come with me and take a sip because you already know it's Friday and we about to be lit.
Hey.
Oh my God. So I am so pumped about tonight's live because I am here with my big cousin, Mrs. Lynn Downer. You got to put the Mrs. on there. Okay, put some respect on. Oh my gosh, she is here to talk about her company, Little Black Tea. I'm so mad because I forgot to put mine on for today.
You are fine. You are
I
fine.
love my shirt so much. People was like, "Oh, where you get that shirt from?" I was like, "It's my shirt. It's a special shirt that was made
Yes.
for me."
It was custom just for you.
Yes, I see you have. Say hi.
Hi.
Wavy likes to crash my lives from time to time.
Hi, baby. Okay. I see you. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I miss him.
Oh my God. Excuse me. Excuse me. Can I finish, please? Luna is not there. Luna's
Oh, no, she's
sleeping.
upstairs. I'm sorry.
So tell us about your company, Little Black Tea. Where did the name come from? Where did you guys get started? Who's all of the part? Because I saw that it's a family-owned brand. So tell us about
Yes.
that.
Okay, so Little Black Tea was started initially during a time of, uh, I want to say, like great strife for just minorities and Black people as a whole. It was kind of at the height of the Black Lives Matter movement. Um, and I felt like we, as people of color, needed something that resonated with us, needed something to express the way that we felt about the time. Like, I mean, of course, there's the Hella Black, and then there's all kinds of Black and essential for the culture, all sorts of shirts in that way. And it resonated. And what I did for, I want to say the first year, maybe first year and a half, a big portion of that section of shirts that I sold, I donated to Black Lives Matter. And then with the Breonna Taylor case, there was a special shirt that I made, and everything that I profited from that shirt went to Black Lives Matter.
Mhm.
I make shirts for everyone, don't get me wrong, but it started as something of like a for us, by us type of thing. So it's
Okay.
me, older daughter Ariana, who's 16 now. She loves to
Mhm.
sew. She is just as much as a perfectionist as I am. And then my wife, Star, who honestly, she is on like the way back end. She usually takes the packages to the post office or pick up more vinyl when I need it and that sort of thing. So she's like back of the
And
house.
she's your in-house model as well. Cause I
Yes.
seen her
Oh my
pictures,
goodness.
I was like, wow.
I love using her
H&M needs
for
to call her. Like,
Yeah, I love it. I love using her for shirts and for modeling. I mean, and I tell her all the time, like, you are my permanent, like,
okay, that's the face of the
permanent
brand.
model.
That's the face of the brand right there. It's good. It's good to have that, unique knit over here. Unwanted sometimes. We have Wavy. He likes to help. With the fruit and um, Shelby's my taste tester. Camille
Okay,
comes up with
that's
the
good.
names of the cocktails. So.
And I feel like it's so important as a family business also because, you know, I didn't really have that growing up. But I would have loved to have my mom or my aunt or just anybody that was close to me and my family just kind of lead the way in that way. Because
Mhm.
I mean, being an entrepreneur is hard and
It is. It is.
you don't expect a lot of the challenges that you'll face within the first couple of years. So, I mean, it would have been nice to have that guidance, but hey, our kids have it, so that's all you can ask for.
Okay. Um, we have two divas at that,
Got it.
so so yeah, we're in for something. We got to make sure they are prepared. Um, what would you say was your most popular T-shirt? And do you only have T-shirts? Do you have other items, maybe like crystals,
We
bracelets?
have other items. So I do have more than one. So I have a little black tea and then Pratia Gati Wellness, which used to be By the Moon Studio, which is Reiki charged, healing crystals, bracelets, that sort of thing. Recently, the name has changed, and we so completely out of chakra bracelets. So I'm
Oh
like
wow!
in, I am
Wow!
in the middle of like restocking that inventory and just trying to take my time with it. I want to create different sets and just a holistic brand as a whole, like not
Mhm.
just something to sell for a quick buck, but something that is really helping me to help people. But as far as
Mhm.
Little Black Tea goes, we have tumblers, we have t-shirts, we do custom t-shirts, we have hoodies, sweatshirts, hats. I mean, really anything that you can press something on, like we do. We have done big
Mhm.
orders, small orders. Um, for companies. Starworks for a dental office, and I recently did all their company shirts, which was nice.
Mm.
But yeah, we do a little bit of everything. I have little keychains that I am thinking I'm gonna bring to the picnic. I'm not sure exactly what I want to put on it yet, but
Mm.
it's gonna be something
Yes, because
that.
that was my next question. What all? Because I'm like I need some of those chakra bracelets. I need some of those in my life.
Okay.
What are you bring? What are
Yeah,
you
I bring them.
bringing?
So I would have shirts, of course, and then cards to where if a certain size is out of stock at the time that somebody wants to purchase, or like even the Hella Black shirt, which I mean this is by far I want to say our most popular shirt. But if
Mhm.
you're like, you know what, I like the Hella Black, but I want it on a white shirt and I want the words in red. That's fine. Like it's
Okay.
not something that I'll have with me on site because it's different from how we present it and what we offer it, but we're always willing to customize. I mean,
Yeah, so you don't just stick to the little black tea. So, because what I
I
thought
don't,
was like,
but for branding purposes, so when you start a shirt business, it is, oh man, when I first started, I had all different kinds of shirts, all different kinds of sizes, but because I like to ship like now, like I'm like Amazon Prime, okay? Like
mhm,
I don't want to have to order a shirt after you buy it, wait for it to get to me, make the shirt, and then you have to wait for me to ship it out and send it to you. So even though I
mhm,
do all of these things, the only shirts that I have on hand nowadays is they're black shirts. I have every single color, I mean every single size, all different kinds of vinyl. So the little black tee is that's what we advertise, but we are down for a custom, whatever. On our Etsy shop, you'll see all the models that we have is black tees, but I feel like I make it very clear we can customize whatever you want to do. But yeah, that's where the little black tea came from. It it was helpful and not just branding because I feel like it's catchy, like little black
yeah,
dress, little black tea.
mhm.
But it was also helpful in that for inventory and just having things on hand so that I can get it out just as fast as you expect it.
Yes, yes, I love that, and
Thank
I
you.
did not expect my shirt, and it is so beautiful, and people are still able to read it, and they're like, "Oh, what your shirt say?" Sometimes I think it gives guys a little excuse to be like, what
Uh,
that you want to talk, they want to have, conversation. What's that? You're a bartender, you know. I'm
yes,
here bartending, wearing this shirt, of course.
yes. And I had to know somebody asked me, somebody that works at Star's job, well, not even asked me, asked Star. Um, I guess they saw like your picture or something. They were like, oh, does she bartend somewhere? And Star was like, well, like she's a licensed like mixologist. And they were like,
Mm.
so what is that? I mean, she gave the whole thing. She was like, she comes to you. She has her liquor license. She brings the alcohol. She brings the bar. She brings the, and they were like, okay, mixologist, okay.
Okay.
It's like, yes, not your neighborhood bartender.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to get some of those for the picnic, just
Oh,
so, cause people
yes,
been asking me
absolutely.
about them, and I'm just like, yeah, I gotta make sure I have some of those. Um,
Absolutely.
man, so just tell us some other things that you're into. What else do you do besides Little Black Tea?
Besides Little Black Tea, so with the Prati Tea Wellness, that we are currently just in the midst of rebranding. I am certified yoga teacher. My niche is more slow flow, meditative. I am a master Reiki therapist. So just with the aligning your chakras and like balancing your chi.
Yes.
More recently, I am a certified sound healer. So that's nice. And I get to like try all the
Alright.
things and hopefully use it
Yes.
in the
We're
session.
gonna have to have a tipsy yoga in the
Oh,
park or
that would be
something.
amazing.
We're
Yes.
gonna have to make that happen because you just got it all going on,
And
and I
even
just always knew.
even though it's a separate business,
Mhm,
I mean, I feel like it very much aligns with one another. Like even when I make the shirts, like
mhm,
it's very supportive, uplifting. I
mhm,
mean it's more statement t-shirt, you know, it's more of positivity. It doesn't matter if it's in
mhm,
regards to equality of race, sex,
mhm,
anything. So I think that just authentically allowing yourself to be yourself and to just flow as yourself is, I don't know. I feel like with both businesses, that's just kind of what brings it together. So
So
it's
with your
pretty neat.
businesses, I think I always felt like for me, I always knew that I probably would end up in the bar industry somewhere, somehow, just because of our family. Both sides of my family, my grandmother had, on my dad's side, she had a bar in her house. So, it was nothing for me to go pour her a shot real quick sometimes. So I kind of knew that I would end up in this lifestyle or the restaurant industry somewhere.
Hmm.
Growing up, did you think that this where you would, be?
Um, I have always been very creative, and I feel like I've dabbled with a little bit of everything growing up. Like I can play a little bit of the guitar. I can draw a little. I can sing a little. Like I feel like there was always these little sparks of creativity, but not until I want to say not until a couple years ago, even after starting Little Black Tea, did I feel like, this is what I'm called to do. You know, like this healing aspect of life and
Mhm.
just helping people through, I mean, quite honestly, some of the most difficult times of their lives, and just helping to give a voice to those people who aren't always seen or always
I
heard.
I feel like we have that instilled in us
Yes.
from just the bloodline. We got our grandmother out here fighting for the people down in projects,
Yes.
all the time. So
Yeah.
and with me, I'm pretty much an unlicensed therapist. I solved a many a problem at a bar before.
Yeah.
But it's good to be able to have something that you can not only uplift yourself, but to be able to uplift other people, and not just your immediate circle, but to the masses, because you ship all over, right?
Yes. Which, whew, you know, when you get those first couple like orders and something, it's like, oh my goodness, like somebody in, I don't know, somebody in California is wearing a shirt that I made, or somebody in
Right.
Wyoming. Like it's just, it is really, I feel like it's just as humbling every time. And even though it's been a couple years, I still get just as excited when I have an order. And it's just that like, oh my god, like I hope they like it. Like I feel like I really put my all into it, you know?
Hmm.
Same as you. I feel like you take your
Yeah.
craft extremely seriously, and it shows. And it shows.
Yes.
And then I feel like what you put out you kind of get back, and I've just been just receiving that love that I feel like I've been trying to put out. So it's just been nice. I'm
Yes, and
so
it
grateful to be
feels.
able to to do the picnic, and I hope that I can give it justice. I hope I can just really bring
Oh,
it.
definitely, definitely. First of all, you're gonna have your in-house model there with you. She gonna sell the t-shirts by herself. Like, you gonna be. I'm pushing in an atmosphere, a sold out event for you on the Tipsy
Oh,
Picnic
yeah.
because you guys together and then start with her swag. It's going.
She is gonna love that you said that. Let me tell you, she is
Listen, you
definitely.
know that's my girl.
But when she watches this, she's gonna be like, "I do have swag."
Even though Shelby stole her from me, but it's all
Oh my
good.
goodness. Yeah,
Their bond
Shelby
is.
stole her from me.
Listen, okay. Yes, we're talking about you and Star.
Stole her.
What you
Never
say?
mine, never yours.
He said she was never mine. He can't steal
Oh,
nothing that was never
okay.
mine.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, you want to get the swing?
wow. Okay, on that note, you might need to hire him because I'm about to put him out. But no, no, it's all love over here. But I love that you guys are, a family owned thing. I love that you guys are doing it not just to make a profit. There's so many businesses that popped up during the pandemic
Mhm.
just to, make a couple of coins because maybe they weren't getting as much hours. Or it's nothing wrong with doing that, but I would say don't ever start something that you can't finish. So what keeps you going, even though we're still in, COVID
Pandemic.
times?
Yes. Well, so I have two jobs. Two jobs outside of everything that I do creative. I work in the healthcare field. I'm an X-ray tech at a hospital as well as an orthopedic outpatient center. Um, I think what keeps me going is that even with my day job, it's very consistent with the healing and helping people, and I mean it just all resonates. That's how I pay my bills. The little black tea, the bracelets, the healing, that is not so, I mean, if I'm doing Reiki on Oprah tomorrow, great, but that is not my purpose. That's not my intention. I
Mhm.
intend to create shirts and other healing aspects just to be attainable by everybody, by the people who need it the most. So I didn't have that a lot growing up. I recently did an offering for 3 in-person Reiki sessions and 2 distant, for no cost, just in exchange for Google reviews. Since we're Google business now, so that's nice.
Yes.
But yeah, I feel like there are many ways to exchange energy. Money does not always have to be one of them.
Mhm.
That's not my motivation behind any of my businesses, really. But you know, it comes to. I feel like we're pretty successful in that business aspect. But what keeps me going, especially right now, is just knowing that we'll be okay either way. If we go a year
Mhm.
without sales, I'm very confident that it'll find that next person when they need it the most, and we'll still be
Exactly.
there. I still have a day job.
Exactly.
We still have a roof over our head. I'm still able to provide. But just it keeps me going, just knowing that I'm able to just help and be available and be accessible.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad that you guys, are really, taking this serious and really
Mhm.
sticking to it. I love it. I love that, you don't let it become something that consumes you, even though you're still regular 9 to 5. I know I took a leap of faith after I got pregnant with Miles. I was like, it's no way in the world I could go back to being somebody's administrative
No,
assistant
and you
with a
know
new
what?
baby.
And no, and seriously, and not to cut you off, but that is okay. I just had
Mhm.
this conversation yesterday where one of my friends was saying, I wish that I could work full time somewhere just to like gather up my money to spend it on these like extracurricular things that I want to do, but I can't. And so she is also an entrepreneur. And I
Mhm.
said the only way that I'm able to keep my 9 to 5, which is not really a 9 to 5, it's two PRN jobs part time. I pick up when I can pick up. However, my schedule allows for it. But I can only do that because it also aligns with healing and helping people. If it
Mhm.
didn't, um, yeah, I would be out of
Yeah.
there. I would just really have to figure something else out. I think that is another thing that like I feel so grateful that even though healthcare for me initially wasn't something that I'm just like, yes, I'm gonna get in healthcare. I want to help people. It's something that I was already kind of leaning towards and I fell into, but then I realized I love it. Like I love it here.
Mhm.
So I would say, girl, like you doing your thing. Like don't settle ever for any
Mhm.
job, any 9 to 5. Like as long as you can pay your bills and support yourself, I mean that's really all you
Mhm.
need. Like money will come, clients will come, they'll find you. You put out an amazing
Mhm.
product, people want that. So
Yeah.
you can't, I mean, and you never know what somebody's like, kind of going through or struggling with. I met people with 9 to 5s and small businesses, and their small business suffers. They don't have any time
Yeah.
to put
They don't
into
have
it.
time to consume to it. And I know with me coming from that administrative world, I knew that Tipsy Fiend Friday came, and if I would have had a booking after I got off of work on Friday,
Yeah,
oh
it's
no,
a
I
lot.
wouldn't be able to do it.
It's a lot, and
You
you don't
know?
want that burnout. I feel like you are
No.
such a presence, and when you do these events, like you need
Mhm.
all of you, not
Yeah.
what's left after working Monday through Friday. Like so
No.
no, I don't blame you at all. I feel like you need that time and that space for creativity. Like you doing your
Yeah.
thing.
So I commend you to still be able to, pick up those side orders because it still kind of aligns with what you're trying to do with your t-shirt business. Where do you see little black tea growing? Like, will we have some yoga bags? Will we have some gym bags?
I think that even though I'm working kind of hard to keep, well, not working hard, but not everybody who buys a t-shirt is into chakras or healing. Do you know what
Mhm.
I mean? So I think that I
Mhm.
purposely try to keep it two separate things, but eventually, and my hope and my dream, and I'm speaking this out there into the universe, is to just have a huge place. It can just be one floor, big open windows all around, and it's just a healing center. We do yoga, we do Reiki, we make tea, we have merch, so we still have shirts, we have the bags, and to just be an all like encompassing brand. I think eventually down the line, it's just gonna merge. And you know what? If you want a hella black shirt, but you don't want to be associated with somebody that's like a lot of their chakras, then it's just not the business for you. I think eventually, eventually, I'm just gonna be like, look, like if this is what it is, and if this doesn't
This is what it's
resonate,
about.
then it's other people who
And
make
there's nothing
shirts,
wrong with
and
that.
yeah,
I know somebody who does like her line is sustainable, stuff. So she kind of purposes things, and she lives that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And
you have to.
it's good to know that when you're doing something that your lifestyle aligns with it, because that's another one of my hashtags. It's not just a service, it's a lifestyle. So if you're not into you
Absolutely.
know drinking and having fun and creating fun memories from drinking, I'm not the service for you.
Absolutely. Like you don't want somebody to come to you and say, you know what? Like if you did this instead, or maybe try, it's just like it's okay if I'm not the person for you. Somebody, it might not be for you.
Fun fact, I had a former friend. She was like, "Oh, I think you put too much alcohol in your drinks. You need to use a measuring, jiggler or whatever they're called." And I was like, "Well,
Oh,
first of all, Freeport, I'm a mixologist. Mixologists rarely use bar tools unless it's like, a cocktail that calls for us to use it and we're just like behind the bar that day. But if you don't like it, you don't have to drink it. You're welcome to bring your own alcohol when you come in.
I have never. Usually when you go out places, it's like, man, like, does this even have alcohol in it? Like. So I mean, if you're paying your money for something, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna want to get your money's worth. So it's fine
Okay.
if you aren't the person for her. She can go down the street and find somebody else, and that's okay. Not
Mhm.
everybody is your audience, and that's okay too, because
Yes. Learned that
that's
the hard
a
way.
big one. I think a lot of people need to like sit with that, because I feel like I know a good bit of people who sell things or make things, and they're quick to say like, nobody in my family bought this, or nobody on my Facebook friends list bought this. Well, maybe that's not your audience. You know
They're
what I
not
mean?
your
Like, be
audience.
willing to.
And
You can't create these things and expect other people to propel them forward
family and
for
friends are
you.
the last people that come around. They're the last people that'll be like,
Yeah,
hey, oh, how much, I'm getting people to come around because, like I mentioned earlier, we have people in our family that drink. So, of course, they see what I'm doing and going to support it. But they might be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, they might not support another family member's business because they feel like they can get it somewhere else or whatever the case may be. And it's like, I be having to explain to people, it's not about, you know, trying to get them in. It's about showing them what they missing out.
yeah. And I feel like people confuse like your business with. It would be nice if everybody could support a small business. You don't
Mhm.
have to buy anything. You could just
No,
share a post, like a post, mention
because
it,
you don't
and
want something.
but I think that what I not even I don't even want to say what I realized. What I went into it not expecting for anybody that I knew to buy. I mean, and I want to say like at least my first 100 shirt sales came from people that I did not know, like just
Mhm.
strangers. And that's okay too. And I mean,
Mhm.
eventually, when people see you popping, it's
Get
like,
out.
maybe I do want a little black t-shirt. Like maybe
Okay.
and that's fine too. But I think that I mean, you just have to be your own motivation sometimes. You have to find like your
Mhm.
niche, your people, your audience, and then people will come to you. It'll be easy. It's not hard. It shouldn't
Mhm.
be hard.
Well, I love your positivity. I
Thank you.
love, you know, everything about what your company represents. So, before we go, I just want you to give a little bit of advice to somebody who's maybe looking to start a t-shirt line or get into, the holistic lifestyle.
Mm. Well, I want to say for anybody looking to start a t-shirt line, do it. Yes, there are a million other t-shirt lines, but there's only one you. Only you can bring what it is that you have to bring, and know your audience. Establish first of all like what it is that you want to call. Like I make statement tees. They're very uplifting, positive. It encompasses a lot of like Black Lives Matter and that sort of thing. So find out what your thing is. It might be holiday shirts. It might be wine shirts. It could be anything. But I think sticking in a general area really allows you to specialize in it and get better at that, and then your people will kind of find you. And then for holistic lifestyle, man, so many people I know, it's so hard to keep it all in sometimes, because you want to say like, have you tried Reiki? Or like, do you
Mhm.
meditate? Like, can I show you some yoga poses? But I don't want to be like, like Jehovah's Witness knocking on your door. Like, so I keep it to myself. But but I want to say that so many people are stressed, depressed, tired, just fatigued, overworked, underpaid, just not able to be their whole selves. And to that I say, just start small. Like watch some some slow flow yoga on YouTube. Yoga with Adrian is a really good one to get started. Really just try to get in touch with your body. If you have the opportunity to see a Reiki therapist, do it. We are
Mhm.
amazing. You would be
Yeah.
so surprised at the work that can be done with your energy and sound healing. So I think just take a minute, meditate on it, see what speaks to you, and then just find your people. Join a Facebook
Okay.
group or something.
Okay. Okay. I love it. I love it. So, um, it's Friday.
Yes.
If you want to link up later, we can go
Girl,
and hang.
yes.
Um, but I appreciate you taking time from out your day away from Looms, because I know she takes up a lot of time. You see, Wavy, I can't, avoid him.
Yes,
But
that's
thank you
okay.
again. You can give me a call when we get off live.
Okay.
And yeah,
Yes, and
we'll go
again,
from there.
your hair popping. Okay.
Bomb. Okay. Thank you for Thank you for joining me today.
Not
I'm
a
gonna go ahead
problem.
and
Thank
end
you
this
for having me.
live.
I love you, cousin.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
You in the presence of a queen, nigga. I could change your life. Do you wanna be my king?
And that's it. That's the show. Thank you for joining me today on tonight's topic. Our special guest was Mrs. Lynn Dowling of Little Black Tea. Um, Join us at the
God.
TipSee PicNic. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. I'll hit the tickets are also available on my website. Whichever you guys want to purchase them from, they'll be up soon. They'll be up now. Peace.